This diaper is particularly interesting. Not only because of the much larger pack with more contents. InControl belongs to Rears, the well-known brand for ABDL diapers. So we have one of the few companies that straddle the two worlds of ABDL and medical. The result is impressive and appeals to both sides. I tested them extensively in everyday life and pushed them to their limits. I'll show you all about it in the video. Specifically, it's about the BeDry Premium diaper. There are two other variants, called BeDry Elite Care Premium and BeDry Night Premium. The only difference between the latter and the one tested here is the night word in the name. I find this just as confusing as with Tina. The night diaper comes with a Velcro fastener and is supposed to hold even more. I will test whether this is true in another video. As with other medical diapers, the pack is best opened at the bottom. It is easier to tear open there, and the biggest advantage is that the diapers are the right way round. This means that it is not so easy to accidentally pull out two at a time. The packaging itself is kept functional, as we also want to appeal to those who only have to wear diapers. Not all of them are enthusiastic about colorful motifs. An older couple is printed on one side. The diaper itself is also simple. Completely white, only the print on the front of the adhesive surface is a different color. The yellow stripe is not a given for this price range. It's a wetness indicator that changes color when you pee in the diaper. The cheaper diapers in particular usually do without it. Whether it's necessary is debatable. The resealable plastic adhesives are definitely an added value. These allow you to open them to do a big business on the toilet. Or to make the diaper tighter, which can be useful when it's gotten fuller. It's also easier for beginners because incorrectly positioned adhesive is easily corrected. Unfortunately, this is missing from cheap medical diapers like the BeDry or Tina Slip. Sure, you can live with it somehow, but I don't think it's a particularly good idea. The BeDry Premium solves this problem better and has a comfortable film on the outside. It's not quite as soft as a spoiled ABDL might expect from brands like Tykables. But it's a very high standard. Nevertheless, it feels good, nothing is annoying. The thickness does make you feel completely wrapped up. The increased leak protection provides security. It automatically rises, even with the first diapers out of the pack. However, you can notice that there's less absorbent material between the legs than with mid-range and high-end ABDL diapers. At 200 grams, it's one of the lighter ones compared to numerous previous practical tests. It's on par with an older ABDL diaper, when they were thinner than is common today. Of course, it won't break any records. But a good diaper doesn't necessarily have to be. There are also everyday needs where you change more often and therefore don't necessarily want the thickest. You don't have to knead the diaper too much when putting it on because it sits loosely in the package. This makes it easy to put on. The smaller plastic adhesives are used, which are familiar from many ABDL diapers in the lower to mid-price range. I didn't notice anything here, neither positive nor negative. The adhesives can be easily removed from the side panels and applied to the front. Once applied, they hold well. With this diaper, they have never ripped, even when it has become heavy. This seems to have become a problem for some. I have experienced it with others myself. It is rare but still annoying. In terms of quality, InControl stands out from other medical manufacturers. The cotton diapers in particular seem to be getting worse and worse. Some of you have reported in the chat groups that they are getting thinner and thinner. Not just in terms of absorbency, but also in the outer material, which means that it tears more easily. How does the BeDry Premium perform in everyday life? Amazingly well. Although it doesn't feel quite as thick as ABDL diapers, it hardly needs to be hidden. Urine is absorbed immediately and spreads inside after a short wait. As long as it fits properly and the size is right, it handles it easily. Initially, the weight was a bit low at just over 1,600 grams at the time of leakage. The best diaper, at 1,959 grams, didn't achieve a top ranking either, but it still slightly exceeds the average of all those I tested. But before you get disappointed, look at the price. At €20.90, the pack isn't exactly cheaper than some other ABDL diapers. The difference lies in the details, as it contains significantly more, at 16 diapers. The competition usually has 10 to 12 diapers per pack. Some, like Bambino, even fill it with only 8. The price drops to just €1.81 per diaper. That's very affordable and rare. Most diapers are between €2 and €3, some even a bit more. The average price of all diapers tested so far is €2.84, almost €1 more expensive than the BeDry. How good it is becomes very clear when compared to BeDry. The German manufacturer's diaper has made a name for itself. It's affordable, yet relatively thick, and features an impressive film exterior. It costs €1.91 each in the same shop, making it more expensive, even though it only has disposable adhesives. At the currently cheapest other shop, it's cheaper at €1.33. The price difference is fair, since €1.33 gets you the inferior adhesives, and they're less durable. This comparison is most apt because both diapers are white. That's rather rare in the ABDL sector. While there are a few white ones, colorful prints predominate. BeDry lacks any colorful designs. This can be a sacrifice for those who value that, or an unnecessary cost factor for those who don't care about it at all. For the second group, this diaper is recommended if you don't value maximum thickness and absorbency. A good example of this is wearing it outside your own four walls. If you can change the diaper in between, a thinner one that only weighs 2 kilograms is actually better. It's less noticeable, and if someone does see it, it's a medical-grade diaper. Many people will probably think otherwise and ask few or no strange questions. Colorful designs, on the other hand, are unfamiliar to many adults and cause irritation. Which one is better depends largely on your personal situation. If colorful designs aren't important, the BeDry Premium is a solid upper mid-range diaper at an affordable price. For me personally, BeDry Premium won't be my daily companion. I usually wear thicker diapers, partly because I don't have the option to change them. I also appreciate the flexibility. Nevertheless, I will definitely buy it again. Sometimes one diaper is perfectly sufficient. For example, when it's foreseeable that one will be needed as a temporary solution. A thick one would be a waste because you wouldn't fill it in time. Or I want it to be particularly discreet for other reasons. For such cases, I have a few cheaper diapers. So far, they've mostly been colorfully printed. Now I've also included a neutral one, without having to forego high-quality adhesive. What do you think? Feel free to share it in the comments. Stay dry, until the next video.